I am back with a nice treat today. This is kind of an impulse purchase in a way. Um, Very unplanned, did not foresee myself finding one of these. It was kind of on accident, but there have been some other YouTubers recently, within the last year or two, maybe even three, that also found one of these, and I believe it came from the same seller. One day I was just looking up bagged vacuums and this popped up on Amazon. It's kind of funny how sometimes vacuums or just anything that's been discontinued for a long time, people can go on Amazon and list it for sale, and it will pull up all the information from its original post, 20 some years ago, and the original reviews that people wrote, in 2002, 2003. Not specifically this model, but there were some reviews. But they could have also been from the bagless lift-off machines. But really, in my eyes, this is one of those machines that kind of pioneered the design of that multi-use or two-in-one design like Sharks have these days. Bissell still makes some of their machines and calls them a lift-off or lift-off technology. So they've been doing this for quite some time. If I had to date this vacuum, I would say it was from the 90s. It does have purple accents on the box. I'm not sure if this is going to be a purple model, but I did tell the seller that I wanted the black. So I am curious. It does say B here, model 3554B. So I believe it is the black model, but it has that really cool detachable design. And I remember seeing the other YouTuber post a video of this with its unboxing, or actually it was the post unboxing, and it was really neat to see, and it just sounded like the agitation and the power nozzle itself, because it has an independent motor, ran really well. So I was like, I would love to have one of these vacuums, and they're kind of quirky looking. There was the Bissell Plus, which I really feel like might have been the predecessor to this machine, which for some reason it just strikes me that way, because it was offered in like this green color that just screams this model, I guess. I really, for some reason, feel like the lift-off came after, even though it's the same machine. So let me go grab a knife. I am extremely drowsy. I just got done working a 12-hour shift about an hour and a half away. I got done with my travel shifts. I'm still traveling, but I got done working there, and now I'm dressed in olive green to go to my other job that I'm starting. I'm going to cut the top of the box open just because it has some shipping information on it. And then I'll pull the camera back up. This is just kind of like nostalgic, opening one of these. So this says, thank you for your purchase from All Fix Vacuums in Reno, Nevada. My cat's crying. So here she is. Thanks for buying a Bissell Lift-Off upright vacuum. That's a cool little cartoon. Mark J. Bissell, President and Chief Executive Officer. Powerful 12-amp twin motor system, detachable canister, Filtrete, vacuum filter system. That's something you never hear of anymore, is Filtrete. 5 specialized tools. Wow. So you get a corner-style dusting brush and an upholstery tool. These are neat. This reminds me of like the vacuums in the 90s coming out with these triangular shaped dusting brushes, like the Dirt Devil swivel glides. They had those corner tools. The Eureka that I just did a video on, my Eureka Smart Vac, it has kind of that same design tool, like a triangular shape. So, let's see here. I'm having deja vu. So here's the handle. Look how 90s that looks. Lift up, like with the purple and the green. It almost looks like a textbook or something that I would have had like in grade school that they really needed to replace. I just love the color scheme. Ultra quiet operation, which I'm sure it is very quiet. Oh, here we go. Just a lot of vacuums way back in the 90s when they came out, they were very quiet. Especially these clean air machines that were just kind of coming onto the market. And here it is in its glory. The Bissell Lift-Off upright vacuum with detachable canister. It still has its plastic and everything on it. It is kind of dusty, and even has like paint flecks in it. Oh, I think the whole machine has like these speckles. It's kind of interesting. So I do see there's a crack here on the cleaner head itself. Just dusty. But very interesting machine. I consider this a piece of vacuum history. I don't think that this uses tools. I think it just snaps in. Yeah, just like that. And this is not heavy at all. It's actually very lightweight. So, tools. You've got, it looks like 2 wands and a very long crevice tool on this. You get 2 crevice tools. The materials overall, they feel, it does have rubberized wheels. The materials feel very hollow. And the body of the machine feels very hollow. Not saying that it's not made well, because people still have this vacuum, still run this vacuum in their home. As a matter of fact, my friend who where I travel to go and work lives in the same vicinity as the hospital that I'm working at. He picked up a like new Bissell Plus that was in like the lavender mauve colored purple, and it was in very good condition, and he really liked it. He's just struggling to find some bags, but that's just because he hasn't really put a lot of effort into it. But it is a cloth bag. That's kind of shocking. It's a cloth bag. Wow. Interesting. I'm guessing it's just because it filters the filtrate. But very interesting. I was expecting paper. The lift-off is here on the back. I guess you just kind of push it in like that. And then the whole canister, which is like feather light, just comes right off the machine. The cord looks relatively long too. And when it talks about the 5 attachments, and it even says 5 quick reach attachments, that tail there kind of looks Dirt Devil-like to me. It's referring to 2 wands, a crevice tool, upholstery tool, and a dusting brush. So that's your 5 tools. But, you know, it is what it is. It has a very small dirt opening here on the back. That's my thumb for reference. Your electrical connections to be able to run the power head. But yeah, it's not, it doesn't feel expensive, which I'm not saying that it has to, but it's just kind of interesting. You know how Hoover, not convertibles, but Hoover Elites and a lot of their hard body machines way back had that feel to them where they just felt really hollow. Not that they were like brittle plastic. Well, I guess it is kind of brittle plastic, but it felt like it was going to break, but they're not, because they actually are pretty strong. That's kind of how this feels in an odd way. But to me, this is just such a revolutionary design, like that Bissell came out with way back when, and they're still peddling this today, and people still eat it right up. So I'm so excited to be able to do a testing video of this. I'm sorry that it's super choppy, but it is 6:20 in the morning, and I have been up since 11:30 yesterday afternoon, and I am going to be up until this afternoon. So over 24 hours I will be awake. So I am kind of all over the place. But twin motor system, bare floor cleaning, wide 14-inch cleaning path. It has an on-off switch. I don't know where you shut the brush roll. That must be the release. But it'll be interesting to see how you turn the brush roll off. I guess I will find out. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys remember, there is a video of this. I think it's the Bissell Plus, though, that they do like a video of. I'd love to know if you guys remember seeing these when you were younger or just back when these came out. It's always neat to see the point of view of the people who were like able to purchase these types of machines and were a little bit more mature to be able to distinguish like a good machine versus a not so good machine. But I'm wondering if like people thought when they saw these like, oh, like how we see Sharks and Dysons on a store shelf these days, but now these are like way better than what they've got now. And what stores did you guys see these for sale? And were certain stores carrying certain colors, vice versa? And do you guys remember about how much these cost new? I do think that I paid a little bit more than what one of these cost new back when they were available still, but I'm fine with it because, you know, it's a little piece of vacuum history. So let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any input on the questions that I asked, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks.